you want to tell me a little bit about your character, sort of a name, a background, a little information about what they're like before we start going into the stats?
Sure. So I've got a Ximian Brain named Katal. They're a doctor primarily, with a passing interest in explosives. Yeah, that their history is basically they grew up Essos. Yeah, they. Well, I say grew up. Their life isn't exactly long, so it was about 3 years on Essos.
Yeah, no. For those people who are watching and don't know about Ximians already, Katal has only actually been alive for a maximum of 9 or 10 years. Otherwise, he would have a longer name because Ximians actually add a syllable to their name as they age.
So at the age of about 3, Katal left Essos to just go on an adventure and ended up joining the resistance and has now been positioned in Stiletto unit after about probably about another 2 years with the resistance.
So, roughly, how old is he?
I'm thinking about 6 or 7.
Oh goodness, that's a very precocious Ximian. Following the character creation order that we do things in the rulebook, we've obviously gone through the basic concept. So, does he have a hobby?
His hobby would probably be playing with explosives.
Sounds safe. His birthplace is obviously Essos.
Yes.
Playing with explosives. Yeah, sounds lovely individual to spend some time with. Just put me down for a safe distance, yeah. And
Most.
how about his quirk? How about fearless?
Yeah, fearless works.
As in, literally, he will always pass willpower checks related to combat. However, he will also put himself in ridiculous levels of danger because he thinks he's invincible.
Well, he hasn't blown himself up yet, so he must be.
Exactly, he must be invincible. Otherwise, I mean, statistically speaking, anyone who plays with explosives as much as he does blows themselves up.
Exactly.
Obviously, he's invincible. Makes sense to me. Okay, so how about the height and weight?
5'10".
Oh, goodness.
Bit short.
He's a short Ximian. Then again, he is quite young, so I suppose that makes some sense. And his weight?
Weight.
Between 100 and 150 kilograms, normally.
Yeah, let's go 112k.
112
kg.
kilograms. Okay. As a Ximian Brain, he automatically has a half modifier to strength and a half modifier to stamina. He also has a bonus 2 intelligence, doesn't he? From being a Ximian Brain. So, here are the extra 2 dots for intelligence for the Ximian Brain. So, other than that, we now have 654 points to spend on the various rows. So, top row, what are we going with?
Top row will be my 5.
5. So, in strength.
Strength will go up by a single point.
So you'll add 2 points in there.
Yep.
Thanks to the half. So that'll be 2 of your 5. Okay, intelligence.
And intelligence will be another 2.
Another 2. So you have 2 strength, 5 intelligence, and I'm assuming, because there's 1 point left, 2 charisma. So we're now going to the second row, stamina and willpower. What are we doing with that?
That's going to be my 4.
4. Okay, anything in stamina?
Let's add 1 point into stamina just to give it a start.
2 of those points. Oops, I've added 2 and I didn't mean to. So 2 to get 1 point in stamina. And I'm assuming the remaining 2 go in willpower. That's not very many other choices.
Yep.
Which gives a total of 2 stamina and 3 willpower. Alright, and finally we have the bottom row here, which I'm assuming therefore is your 6.
Yep.
And what are you going to go for in here?
We'll go 3, 2, 1.
3 in dexterity, 2 in wits, and 1 extra in luck. which leaves us with 4 total dexterity, 3 total wits, and 2 luck. Alright, so I'm now going to do... Does it say in the book? I think it says we do derived stats next, but I'm going to double check. Yes, it does. Okay, so I'm now going to do derived stats, which are done by adding the various things that are pointed together with arrows. A Ximian size, of course, is 6, as always. I'm going to put your notoriety as probably 0. You probably aren't that well known. Maybe within the Resistance, maybe people have heard of you, but I think the general population of the Consortium probably have never heard of you.
Yeah, okay.
For encumbrance, we've got 2 in strength, 2 in stamina, and 6 in size, which gives you a total of 10 encumbrance. Very nice.
Yep.
Ooh. Hang on. Something odd happened there. Right, so 10 encumbrance. You have 4 dexterity, 2 strength, and 6 size, which gives you a total of 12 speed. Which is very respectable, to be honest, for a Ximian Brain. Your initiative is going to be 6, thanks to adding willpower and wits.
Yep.
And your defense, of course, will be 3, the lower of wits and dexterity.
Okay.
We'll cover wound and kill in a minute when we talk about equipment. So, we're now going to move on to skills, and obviously there are 18 of these. And you will have 11, 7, and 4 in the various rows.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, let's start with the personal row.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to be my 7.
Okay. So, where are we putting some points in here then?
Okay, so let's go 3 points. No, 2 points into investigation.
2 points in investigation.
Another 2 into larceny. No, just 1 actually. Make that 1 point in larceny.
Got it.
3 into melee.
Ooh, melee fighter.
Well, with that strength, you can't throw very fast, so it's either firearms or get close. And 1 point into survival. That should be my 7.
That is 7 by my count, yes. Now, we'll be able to add to skills in a minute, obviously, because you're level 3, not level 1. But we'll start by building the level 1 character out and go from there. So next we've got technical, which I'm assuming is probably going to be your 11, given it contains both medicine and explosives.
Yeah, that is the main idea.
Yeah. Okay. So, what are you going to choose from that?
4 medicine.
4 medicine.
Another 4 in explosives.
Ugh. Well, at least you're good at blowing things up.
That's 8. 2 pilot.
2 pilot. Well, looks like we know who's flying the ship.
And go with the computing. Just
1 computer. Interaction. So this will be your 4 then, given that's all that remains.
Yep.
So, what are we going with in here?
I think it's going to be all 4 into instruction.
Fair enough. Okay, so
he's very good at telling people what to do.
So I see. All right. Now at this stage, we'll do 5 specialties all at once instead of doing them one at a time. So we'll go back to the attributes at this point and actually boost the attributes, which is probably going to screw up all the derived stats. So I should have really thought of that in advance. But never mind. So you have 2 additional attribute points to spend.
Okay, my additional attributes will be a willpower.
A willpower?
And a strength.
1 point in strength will not add a strength. You can save it. You can save it for next time, but for now, it will not add a strength.
Yeah, but they need to be spent at some point to boost it. So.
Yep. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I will write in brackets. I will write 1 for 1 point save for strength. So we then have 4 additional points for your skills.
Okay, so 4 points. So 1 investigation, 1 survival, and 2 into medicine to give me another pip there.
Okay, now let's talk specialties. So with those, the only exception would be that as you only leveled up investigation quite late, I would not let you have more than 1 investigation specialty.
Okay.
I'm making the assumption that you leveled that up at level 3. That may be an unfair assumption, but that's the way it is. So, what catches your eye?
The expert field medic.
Expert field medic. Good choice. I think that's a very wise choice, to be honest. So for the folks at home, you can only actually choose a specialty in many cases if you have 3 pips in the actual skill. So he has 5 medicine, so expert field medic is fair game.
I'll go cook grenade.
Cook grenade. Of course, you can always take more than 1. Nothing to stop you doing that. Right, cook grenades. So for folks at home, that allows you to stun people when you throw grenades. Very powerful.
You know what? I will actually grab strong arm as well.
Strong arm. Oops, I can't type. Strong arm. So strong arm reduces the hit threshold when you are throwing grenades. So that's also quite useful if you're planning on throwing some grenades. For the record, I would say that cook grenade would apply if you had, for example, a rocket launcher.
I'll keep that in mind. The observant for investigation.
Observant. So observant allows you to reroll all non-successes on a passive investigation check.
And I've got 1 more to take.
1 more specialty. You may want to consider the instructor specialty. Given your build, the instructor specialty for anyone at home means that you can transfer any number of points on instruction, providing you have a minimum of 1 skill point in what you are instructing in.
Yeah, and I think that makes perfect sense.
The only downside is that you're only skilled in about 2, 4, 10, 9 skills. So out of the 18. So as long as you try to instruct some of those, you're fine. Now the attribute points that you added do indeed affect some of your, well, the willpower anyway, affect your initiative and pushes up to 7, which again is a very respectable initiative. I'm also going to now do your health, which is it's based on stamina and size. So your size is 6, your stamina is 2, which gives you 8 health.
Yep.
And I'm just scrolling looking for the health. There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Next we have, I think it's about time we started talking about implants.
Ooh.
So you have a maximum of 2 implants thanks to your stamina.
Yep. A bionic arm, spring-loaded.
Bionic arm, spring-loaded. You definitely learned from Dr. Curie, didn't you? Yes.
Probably my mentor.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I will go for the auto-injector to try and keep me up.
Auto-injector. Okay, so That looks like we've done everything apart from the actual equipment. Now I'm going to limit you somewhat. I'm going to allow you to have 4 pieces of equipment to start with, which will allow you to have armor, a shield, a weapon, and a piece of equipment. For example, a medkit.
Okay. Okay, my encumbrance is 10, so...
Yes.
Ooh, that rocket launcher is heavy.
It is. It is a heavy rocket launcher. 7 encumbrance, in fact, if I recall correctly.
Yes, it is.
Might be worth it, though.
So a medkit and a rocket launcher would be my entire encumbrance.
Alternatively, you could have a shield 3 and medium armor, which would also add up and not carry a medkit. For people at home, again, in this game, you do not have to have a medical kit to be able to do medicine on people, unlike in Era Survival, where that is the case. There is also, actually, the budget option, the disposable rocket launcher, which is very powerful but has a limited number of shots. So I suppose it depends how often you expect to be firing a rocket at people, but that's only got an encumbrance of 3, which may make a difference.
Yeah. As I try to do a bit quick math in my head and fail. Right, so yeah, I like the idea of the disposable. I might be able to upgrade to a permanent one in a few levels.
As you level up, yes, indeed. So you're going for the disposable rocket launcher. I think you're the first person who's ever actually used that. I think it's a fantastic piece of equipment, but I think you're the first one to ever actually venture into those waters. Which has an encumbrance of 3, and a damage threshold of -1, and a kill threshold of 1, with an AoE of 3.
Yep. Okay, so that's my primary weapon sorted. For armor, if we go for some medium armor.
Medium armor, which has a maximum dexterity of 4, that suits you very nicely, I think.
Okay, let's grab grenades.
Grenades.
Actually get to use my explosives.
So they are AoE 3.
Let's go for the custom detonator.
Custom detonator.
+1 to explosives. Or a single encumbrance.
1 encumbrance you get, +1 explosives. Okay, interesting choice. 1. Oh, that's not helpful. Don't flash up alerts, Facebook. Okay. Custom detonator. So that has no other stats apart from 1 encumbrance, and the fact that it gives you a bonus explosives point. So I'm going to put that on your sheet here. Explosives. Where are you? There. Bonus explosives 1. Gives you 5 explosives. That looks like just the wound and the kill is +1,
Yes.
+2. I've not done those bits of the derived stats. +1 and +2. Okay, and there we go. So I think that is a completed character. We've taken a little time over this so that we could show it off and talk about some various things, but here we are. Here is the very first member of the brand new unit that we're going to be playing. This is Katal, the Ximian Brain Medic Adventurer. And Robert, who's going to be playing as him. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Robert, and I look forward to getting stuck in.